See, normally when I do intros, I don't actually.
First at Wembley.
Yeah, I don't actually do intros as such. Well, because I felt like last podcast, I was like, "Hello and welcome," and it was just a bit.
Hi.
Weird. Yeah. It was,
Hi there.
It was very weird. So we are sat in your front room.
Yes.
We're sat in your front room.
Is this the start?
This is it.
Oh shit.
This is the start. Did we swear? I did a podcast yesterday and we got about halfway through and then Matt dropped like the worst swear that you could. So I might have to bleep that.
We'll be fine. I'll go too extreme on the and
we can bleep that. So thanks for having me here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be looking.
coming.
I'm gonna be looking at that camera, the Lumix, the good one.
All right.
Although we have got a second camera there, if you just want to wave to that camera. So we're here. This is the Mexico podcast. It's a little bit overdue because that happened in late January. It's now May.
Just a bit late.
Yeah, I kind of missed out, I think. But I just wanted to. A lot of stuff has happened since then. Just want to talk about what like happens on and off track. You know, I know you talked about it a little bit in the video itself, but you're actually now a Red Bull esports driver, which wasn't official at that time.
Yeah.
But we knew, but we couldn't say anything.
Well, we kind of knew it was in the works, but at the time it wasn't like confirmed. But yeah, now a Red Bull Racing esports driver. So
Wearing the shirt as well.
yeah, I figured might as well chuck it on.
Verified on. You can get verified on Instagram, surely.
At some point, it's apparently it's coming.
It's coming. It's coming home. Isn't Nils one of your competitors in Mexico? He's now the what? I don't know. I don't get it because G2 and Red Bull have merged. Basically,
It's like G2 was our previous team, and now there's been a deal between G2 and Red Bull, and now G2 kind of like that. Nils is employed by G2, but he's like the Red Bull team manager. Like he deals with all of us, and I think G2 do with all like the contractual stuff, but we represent Red Bull.
should have a Red Bull can. I was offered a Red Bull can, but
Yeah, I did offer.
I mean, I do have one of your rivals. Do you count Lucozade as your rival?
I don't think so.
I haven't got a racing team, have they? So, what I wanted to actually, just on Nils, what a guy.
Yeah,
Just
cool
want to say,
guy.
what a guy. He's very German, is how I describe him. Not as
Yeah.
German as Danny. Danny is like
Ooh. I don't know. I'd say they're both pretty German.
and Nils is.
But I feel like every German I meet, I can just instantly know they're German.
How?
They're all the same.
All Germans are the same. Can we leave that?
Slight
Just a little
stereotype.
bit.
But no, they're very.
What do you mean they're all the same?
They're very professional and thorough with everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I think so. Seb I is the best driver in the world. If you can guess who that impression was, then
Easy.
yeah. So can't get his face out of my head now. Basically, I wanted to talk about what happened before and get into Mexico. It was shown in the video, but apparently, little fun fact: Dad's a mechanic, and like they have van drivers delivering like parts, car parts. I haven't told you this yet. Some woman delivered some parts. She always comes in regularly and delivers like exhausts and all that kind of stuff. She said that Mum told her that I was in Mexico. That was about when we were there, and she watched the video and said she thinks she was super interested, and she was she's never played games in her life, never watched racing, she's never done any of that stuff.
Oh.
And she thought you were very interesting, apparently.
Oh, well, I'm an interesting
I mean, she's
guy.
about 45, 50, I think. So
Appealing to all ages.
age is only a number. Yeah. So what happened before and getting to Mexico? Like after the Walter Hayes, what happened basically? Because
Right.
I thought that was the end of the season. So did you.
Yeah, I'm trying to think when the when was the online qualifier? Do you remember? It was quite late. It was like maybe December.
Just after Christmas, I think.
Yeah.
Was
Quite a
it?
late Christmas present or an early.
No. I think it was the New Year. I think it was January.
Yeah, it
sure.
was very last minute because
Yeah.
like everyone else had qualified before except for me and Nils. They already knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I won the online qualifier. Then we sorted flights. Then like I don't know, a couple of days before, you were like, "Oh, should I make a video?" And you quickly bought a plane ticket, hefty one.
Yeah, that was a hefty plane ticket.
Yeah.
Not going to disclose how much, but I mean the student loan came in at the right time. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Most of it went on.
And then you joined me on the trip, and it was good. From there.
Yeah, uninvited, just sort of invited myself. You know.
It was fine.
I mean, I remember sending you a message after you won it, and I was like, "Need a video done?"
Yeah.
I was actually joking, and I wasn't.
Yeah, I
expecting,
thought you were at first.
Yeah, I wasn't actually expecting anything to
It
happen.
turned out you did.
And then you were like, "Oh, I've just messaged Danny," and Danny was like, "Hi George, if you want to come and video Seb I, the best driver in the world, we can do it."
Such a bad accent.
So I was like, "Yeah, why not?" And then there was one seat left. Bought the last seat.
Yeah.
Actually, just want to touch on when we bought seats. We booked like special seats on the plane. You know, you can like log on before and book. Or we booked 2 together. In economy, obviously. Thought it was a window seat. My window seat was just like that wall. There was no window whatsoever.
It's a nice wall.
Yeah, 12 hours of just staring at a piece of plastic, basically, which was not fun. What was the reaction like to winning? Did you have a lot of messages from people that you'd never met? Or did you just have a lot of
There
messages?
was a few messages. Like there was a decent amount, but kind of similar to the scholarship, really. I guess.
A lot of people coming out of the woodwork. Surely. Must have been a girl
I think.
or two.
Yeah, mate, they were all over.
There was 50 comments, all from girls.
200. Don't be shortening it down to 50. Nah, yeah, my mum went pretty mental.
Did they watch? They didn't watch, did they?
No, my mum doesn't like watching because she worries or she gets stressed out watching it.
She worries.
Yeah, she can't watch.
She's more worried watching you on the sim than you.
Yeah,
than you in real life.
she can't. She doesn't have a problem watching me drive Formula Ford, but she can't watch me drive on a game. She can't watch.
Why?
I don't know.
I was sat at home watching the live stream, and I was just I was just bantering in the group chat, and like people were like, "Oh yeah." I remember James on the live coverage. He was like, "Yeah, and he's on the scholarship." So I quickly like typed in a comment like, "If only there was a video to show his journey."
I saw that actually.
And then like
when I rewatched.
Got some nibbles apparently. What are your thoughts on James Baldwin? He was like, I don't think you've met before the when you actually met when we met at the airport, but he's obviously done quite a lot. He's like the Renault Sport champion, isn't he, or something?
I don't know what it was that he won, but I know he won some sort of Renault competition. I genuinely don't know what it was. I think it was on Project Cars.
But he done a scholarship, didn't he, when you won?
Yeah, he had done the scholarship. I think he came.
He finished 1 place above me.
What was that, 8?
He was 7th, I think.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
Should have won that. I should have won that.
7 places.
No, I was nowhere near.
Slacking.
Nowhere near. I'm too slow.
Nah, to be fair, 7 places isn't much. When there's over 1,000 or something.
It's not first though. Although, yeah, I was never going to win really. I'd never done gaming. Like, I never had a wheel before that.
Yeah, exactly. It's not bad.
But obviously James Baldwin, he was on the flight, wasn't he? He and Brendan.
Yeah. Him, Brendan, and
his girlfriend as well.
James'
girlfriend.
Yeah. Brendan was with
the Mercedes guy.
Yeah.
Don't know what his name is.
I think it was Joff. Joff or Jeff?
Joff, is that a name?
Yeah.
What do you mean Jeff?
No, wait.
How's it spelled?
I can check.
Geoff.
Wait, I can check.
Jeff.
No, it was a J.
Well, Jeff,
Let me
then.
check.
Well, regardless of his name, where was he from? He was English.
Yeah, no, it's Joff Cox. Yeah. I was right, yeah. Don't laugh.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah. Joff. Are your friends?
Yeah, I spoke to him a lot.
Oh, Facebook friends.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so talk me through getting to the airport and the flight. Who'd you sit next to on the flight?
Unfortunately, you.
Oh, come on. For my first flight, actually.
Yeah, I can't
Are
believe
you surprised that I wasn't holding your hand? Absolutely myself, because I wasn't.
I expected you not to, so I was quite relieved.
I was fine.
But yeah, no, it was alright. It was a bit long. Was it a 12-hour flight? No,
Yeah, pretty much like 11.
12 on the way there, 10 on the way back.
About 11 now, 55, I think, on the way there. But you sat next to a Mexican lady.
Yeah, she was not happy every time we got up.
Yeah, she did not speak English, any English whatsoever.
Well, she spoke as much English as I speak Spanish.
No, you just point, like when you wanted to get up to the loo, you were just pointed like like that, and she was like,
I didn't know what to do.
gracias,
So,
de nada, de nada. The amount of time she said de nada on that flight.
What is that? No problem.
Yeah, like, you're
No
welcome.
worries.
She was getting pissed off. I remember her like TV screen broke, and she got the lady over. I remember that. I don't know why I remember this, but she got the lady over, like the air hostess, and the air hostess did not speak any Spanish whatsoever. So the woman was like, the Mexican woman was just like ranting in Spanish, and she was like, "I'll just go and get my colleague for you." Didn't speak any Spanish at all. I thought that was funny.
Nice.
Although my Spanish, as I'm being attacked by a fly, well, I mean, it's a vicious fly.
It's tiny. And you missed.
Still bigger than you. Got to the airport at Mexico, and we were like escorted. They had your name on like this board, didn't they? Like pro celebrities just turn up. Sebastian, this way, please.
Yeah,
Gracias.
that was pretty cool.
Gracias.
We got like fast track through the whole thing because it was quite late.
Will Buxton was on our flight, the F1 presenter. He was absolutely shattered when we got there. Could tell.
I think everyone was.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah, it was like.
Oh, we had
2 a.m.
Enzo on our flight as well.
Oh yeah, Enzo as well.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add about the flight?
It was alright.
It was long. I watched Incredibles
It's longest,
too.
by far longest flight I've been on.
Yeah, but you haven't been outside of Europe before. Never been outside of Europe before.
Well, apart from when I was 1, but I don't count that.
To get the chance to go to Mexico is something special.
Yeah.
That's the soundbite you used apparently.
What's
in
that?
the video. You sat on that sofa wearing a pink t-shirt. I've never been outside of Europe before, so to get to go to Mexico is unbelievable.
Yeah. Still stand by that.
Yeah.
But, you know,
won't
be the same in a couple of years. I'll be going to America at some point, for sure.
What for?
Holiday.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, just join Alonso to like doing the Indy 500 in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that'd be quite nice.
Although we can't mention Alonso, can we?
We can.
I mean,
no need.
You know, what a great guy. Doing the Indy 500 soon. He's going to win.
He's a beast.
For sure.
I hope so.
Yeah, what was the... we got fast track to the airport and then the hotel. Walk me through that hotel.
Well, you were... It was a 5-star hotel and you were cleaning it.
I was not cleaning the
Yeah,
hotel.
you were.
When was I cleaning the hotel?
When we first came in, you were wiping everything down.
Yeah, because it was... like, you got to do...
It was a
when
nice hotel.
When you get to a foreign place, you got to get the little wipes out and just do, you know, handles at least.
It was nice.
For a place that we can't drink, we couldn't drink the water while we were there. So, you know, I didn't know what we were getting into. Better to be safe than sorry.
It was a 5-star.
Although you had something on the flight to eat. Don't know what that was. I didn't have it to eat.
Yeah, it was nasty.
Maybe that's a little bit too much info. What was the jet lag like? Pretty bad?
Oh, it's awful. The first night I woke up at 3 a.m, then the next 4 a.m, then the next 5 a.m.
Like, when it got to Sunday, I was pretty much acclimatized, I think.
I never really was, I don't think. I think it was close, but not there yet. Need like a week.
We'll get on to that party. We have got that party down there.
That's good.
I mean, we were there till about 3 and then got up at 7:30 or 7.
Were we there that late?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because my sister FaceTimed me during the party. It was like 8 a.m. In the UK. I didn't know who it was. So first couple of days at the track, first impressions, what was it like?
It was
hot.
Yeah.
Very sunny.
Very hot. Well, actually, yeah, it was probably a bit too hot for me, but it was nice. But like the cars were pretty awesome. Like I was awful in the aerial atom. Like really.
Oh, the skills challenge, yeah.
I Can't use a handbrake.
Brendan was running rings around you, mate. He destroyed you.
Yeah. Nah, Niels was the best at that.
Yeah, but he's German. Good
Yeah,
drivers.
Niels was a beast at that. But yeah, I didn't get on with that, but the rest was really good. Like driving the KTM and the buggy. Buggy was a favourite. I think everyone preferred the buggy. It was just like driving a big boy go-kart.
A big boy go-kart.
Yeah.
What a term.
It was so fun. You just, well, no, like a big boy indoor go-kart, not outdoors, because outdoors is a bit different, but the amount you could slide it about was awesome.
Speaking of go-karts, we've already done the video where I destroy you on iRacing.
Have you made that yet? Have you completed it?
It's not finished. All I'm saying, it's not finished, but it will be done very soon. But when you come up, oh yeah, Nathan, one of my friends, Nathan, he's definitely watching. He is a big fan of yours. He's got pictures of you on his wall. He, when we go karting, he wants to come. He wants to see how quick you really are. He's like very quick. He's really quick. Like, I was shocked how quick he was. No disrespect, Nathan, but for someone that's never done karting before.
What are we gonna do it on a track that you know, or are we doing it?
Well, we're gonna do it at Red Lodge.
So you know it.
Well, you've been to Red Lodge, haven't you?
I've not driven the track.
I've driven it twice.
Yeah, but how long for?
Like half an hour.
Yeah,
tops.
exactly. That's enough to learn the track.
I don't know because there's
That's
two
plenty.
different. There's two different configurations. There's a short track which I've driven once, and the long track I've driven once.
Oh, so you know both. You know,
but
like the back of his hand.
I've done like 5 laps on each. Although first race I did is in the pouring rain in the dark, poled it like a second. Other people like getting their custom helmets and stuff had like stripes and all sorts on their helmets. I turn up looking like some hobo, pole it, win the first heat, had to start at the back of the grid for the reverse grid, finished third.
That's a great format though.
And then in the final, I led the whole thing, went wide at one corner, finished 4th.
That's
I
rough.
bottled it.
That's your fault though.
But Nathan was 3 seconds a lap slower than me in the wet.
Just thought you'd add that in.
3 seconds.
Remind him.
In the dry, we're super close. That is completely off topic. Yeah, for the actual E-Rock, so when you, Brendan and James and Nils were competing, you had like custom made rigs, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, they were cool, but they had like
had a few issues with them, I think, across the weekend.
I think there was a bit of input lag. The sun was coming down on them, so you had like a reflection on the screen, and the pedals weren't set up very well. Also, motion rigs. I don't like motion rigs.
I could tell.
I just don't like them.
Pretty.
Well, what's that meant to mean?
Although
I came third, not last.
Yeah, but it's not first.
And I won a few races.
There's a question later on from someone on Instagram saying, why didn't you win? We'll get to that section, but a lot of people were livid.
Me and all.
They weren't really. They still enjoyed it, even though you didn't win. You should have won, because you were quickest.
Next year.
You were quickest on the track and the sim.
No, Brendan was faster.
Oh, no, Brendan destroyed everybody.
Fastest. Yeah, he was a second quicker. But then I was like a second quicker than third, and third was a second quicker than 4th. So the gap's quite big.
Slide dig at competitors there.
No, no, actually, I'm just because I mean I had a second to Brendan as well. It's a dig at myself.
Yeah, but I mean, you could just have a little slide dig there at Brendan. Like you and Brendan got on really well.
Not Brendan.
Everyone got on really well.
Yeah.
I was surprised because considering how like intense the competition was.
I normally don't get in that like, oh, you're my competitor kind of mindset.
Getting your elbows out like.
Yeah, there's
I'm
no
the
point.
big boy here.
No point.
Although wherever we went, I forgot to mention outside the airport, we got out. Once we got escorted through the airport. Do you remember what happened when we got outside the airport?
Instantly asked for a picture.
Yeah, Brendan gets approached by some woman who I swear was on our flight. And she's like, Brendan, I want a quick picture with you. And I found it on Twitter. I found that picture. I have it somewhere on my phone. But I thought that was quite cool. And like on the way, when we left, obviously that's skipping forward quite a bit, but on the way out, after a certain holiday competition, Enzo was like doing autographs and stuff.
Yeah, he got like 100 people asking for his picture and autographs.
That's pretty nuts, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Considering he's an esports driver. Not saying that's a bad thing, but you didn't expect it.
No, it's pretty good.
Well, we were, like, at the track,
good.
we were all given passes, weren't we? And we could basically go anywhere.
Yeah.
And if I couldn't get somewhere, I just put yours on, so it looks like I was the driver.
You can't be revealing that. Top secret.
I'm going to be
strats.
banned from Racer Champions now.
Yeah.
Are you doing it next year?
Yeah, I'll try.
Or this year, I should say.
Yeah, I'll try. I
It's
don't
on-
see
It's on
why not.
PC, isn't it?
Hmm?
Is it on PC? The qualifiers?
Yeah. Yeah, I should get an invite this time, I guess.
So I can do the qualifiers on your rig, and then basically beat Graham in the final. And poor Graham. You must have felt for Graham when you beat him in the final.
Nah, he was very, like, he didn't mind who won. As long as he was just happy that we were both in the final. Which is, fair enough. He was happy to see me win it. I would have been happy if he won as well.
Would
But
you have been annoyed if you bottled it?
yeah, of course.
Wouldn't have,
'Cause
wouldn't have
I-
got to party in Mexico.
My pace was really good the whole event, so I didn't
Yeah,
want
there's
to.
some little trickery going on with the lights at the start.
It's just big balls.
Big boys, no mate. There was something going on.
I mean,
there.
I could have
It's your
messed it
pedals.
up.
You cheat because I've used your pedals.
What are you on
Definitely
about?
cheat.
What are you on about?
There is something there.
What are you on
There's
about?
definitely something there. I think there is.
There's what? What is there?
But I think it's because I
Because
wasn't
I have it
even,
really sensitive.
yes, because I wasn't even touching the brake. Like my foot was like up
Yeah,
in
you
the
wa-
air.
No, I was watching your foot pressing it.
I was mate.
That's why I was like, look, you're pressing the brake on
There's
the straight.
definitely something.
And then you lift it off and, now it's not braking anymore. You just got to get used
Maybe
to
I'm
having-
just terrible and I don't.
I
remember
have
that.
a really sensitive brakes. You just got to get used to that.
I don't have sensitive brakes, so I have to press quite hard. Like my brakes.
Well,
my
no,
pedals
it's
are terrible.
the first bit that's really sensitive. After that, I have to press quite hard. But it's like when you're trailing off the braking right at the last minute, I want that super sensitive brake. Just so I can do
So do
small
I.
adjustments.
I want that. If I had that,
Well, buy the pedals then.
I wouldn't be 8th in the scholarship. I'd be.
Well,
7th.
yeah, you were because it's the same equipment for
yeah,
everyone.
shit. Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll brush over that. Off track, obviously the days were quite long, weren't they? We were at the track for like 10 hours, I'd say. Apart from the first day, we started quite late because of jet lag.
Yeah, it gave us a bit of rest.
First day, we went for breakfast. They tried to charge us for breakfast. It worked. I worked out it was like 120 quid or something.
Yeah, it was expensive there. It was, well, what do you expect at a 5-star
I mean,
hotel?
that place, geez, like 700 quid a night for that weekend. 700 quid. Like,
You're lucky you got to stay in a room.
I know there was a little bit of a adjustments made.
I could have had a room all to myself.
I know. I was pretty surprised that I was allowed to come. To be fair,
No, that's fine.
although there was when I booked the flight, it was like a Thursday night, and we were going on the Wednesday. Everyone else had booked, planned, and I was like, "Do I go?" So I had like 2-3 days basically,
Yeah.
which is pretty short notice. Off track, a lot of stuff happens at the hotel. There was like private parties. Like all the drivers, like Vettel, Schumacher, Coulthard, they were all staying at the same hotel.
Yeah, that was cool. And they had I think, was it the second night or the first night? They had the tequila tasting.
Oh yeah,
or
that was
cocktail
like
session.
that was the second one, wasn't
Yeah,
it? Friday, I think.
I think so. That was quite good. But
The
it was a
tequila
bit
there
more
was
tame.
very good.
I don't like tequila on its own.
No, but that drink
I need to
with
down it.
that drink with the like the salt
Oh,
on
the
the
black-
side. Yeah,
Black
the black
Diamond.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was
nice.
the
I have a
Saturday.
video of you drinking that.
Interesting.
I'll put that right here.
Who doesn't have a video of me drinking?
I mean, we've seen the
Drinking
pictures on your Twitter of whenever you go away. It's just passed out, lightweight.
Okay.
But you bottled it quite early in that on the Friday. You were like in bed at like 9.
Yeah, because I wanted to sleep. I was
Started at
tired.
like 9.
I was tired. It didn't. I was there for at least an hour.
And you went to bed.
Yeah, I just
No, I
got
was
tired.
just-
But then,
I was
but
chilling
then
with
on
Pierre.
the Saturday, you were like, "Oh no, let's go to bed at 3:30," and I was like, "No, we go till it
3:30?
closes." Or 3.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. We can edit that out. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you went to bed too early. I was ready.
That
to
wasn't.
go all
No, that
night.
was like we can check the messages right now because that was like super late. UK time. That was like breakfast
What's the
time.
difference? 6 hours?
I think it's 6 hours.
Yeah, I would have got 3. Yeah, I would have gone longer. You were like, "Oh no, let's go to bed." I was ready to go.
Okay, so I'm not going to disclose all the messages in this chat, but you said where you go on the 20th of January at 7:45 a.m.
So that's
1:45.
that's early.
I said I'm in the loo. I didn't realise there was a toilet right outside the.
Yeah, you
the
went
room,
all the
so
way
I went
up
all
to
the
the
way
room.
back up, and then he kept asking me where I was, and you loads of spelling mistakes. But that went on till about.
It wasn't long.
That wasn't very long at all. That was like 2 minutes. Those
Yeah.
messages. You said, "Come down, got them. Just come here."
Yeah, but like
That's all I'm saying.
there's nothing
Got
after
them.
that saying when we went to bed. But I'm sure it was like 3 a.m., which is
Yeah.
pathetic. It's
Not
way
pathet-
too
well,
early.
Considering that was a Saturday night and we just lost. We didn't win.
Yeah.
And then we had to get up quite early the next morning. Oh, that
So
morning.
what? Who
It was like
cares?
7 a.m. I had
Oh,
like
well.
4 hours sleep.
Do it on 0 hours sleep. That's how you do it.
0 hours. Yeah, but if you'd actually won and you're in the...
Yeah, well, obviously I wouldn't do that if I'd won.
Although, that party, Brendan,
Yeah,
he had a
you got
fun
quite
night.
drunk.
He was very
He
drunk.
had to be escorted out by Joff.
He had to be escorted out by security, mate. The security guards were escorting him out. There was a lot of tequila consumed. That was where we discovered that drink. Don't know why I did that. That like the black, what is it called?
I think it was Black Diamond.
But it had like salt on the edge.
Yeah.
It looked disgusting.
Nah,
It looked horrible. But then when you drink it, you're like, that is nice.
It looked nice.
Although
It was black something.
I didn't actually have anything to eat before we went. I remember that.
Who's the lightweight now?
And I was like, do you know what? No, but nothing happened. I probably drank more than you, to be fair.
No, you didn't.
Definitely. Look at
We're
you.
not
You're
getting
like
into
5'1". All the drivers there.
You
are
said
about
2'1"
5'2".
earlier.
Oh yeah, sorry, 2'1". Some of us are over 5'11". On one of the evenings, we filmed with Gasly, and I put it in as a little shot in the video. Yeah, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, well, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it too much, but that when I was still in G2, there was going to be a video of like G2 and Red Bull, like one driver from each, and like a what were even the questions? Like it was could
like
we agree on something?
Oh yeah, it's like someone like I think G2 do an agreeing thing, don't they? Or Danny does it.
Yeah, and we it was like, can
That's
you
pretty
agree on
cool,
these
though.
random things? We agreed on pretty much everything.
Like
But,
favourite circuit and stuff.
Yeah, but it never got approved, so didn't get released. But
Still got the files.
do you? Mm.
I mean, I can't use them. I wasn't gonna use them anyway. But
Yeah, but no, it's pretty cool.
just chilling with an F1 driver.
That's what we did all weekend, though.
That's what we do. What do you think of Mick Schumacher?
Dunno,
I spoke to him. Nice guy.
I spoke to him very briefly. Just say well done.
A lot of pressure on him, I think,
Yeah.
because of the name.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure, but he's doing alright. He didn't do very well in his first F2 weekend. He
All Baku.
qualified
Like, he
like.
crashed and he was span in Baku just recently.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
he didn't finish.
So he's not had a good first 2 races.
Well, they
'Cause,
did it. Was the first race Bahrain?
He qualified 10th, finished 8th.
It's not bad.
His teammate, who hasn't ever won a race, qualified him by 3/10. So
What are you saying?
I'm just saying it's not a good first weekend. Simple as
Not
that. 'Cause
insinuating
Lando won his
anything there.
first weekend in F2.
Yeah, but Lando, you know Lando as well.
Yeah.
You race with Lando sometimes.
Yeah, it's more CSGO. I've not raced him in a while.
What about
I've not played CSGO with him for a while, to be fair.
who is? There's another guy you play with.
Enzo,
No.
Graham, Freddie.
No. I thought there was another
Patrick.
like pro driver. I know those guys are pro drivers. Is there not? I thought there was someone else.
No, I just play whenever they're playing. Like, well, no, they play way more than me.
Got a little bit off topic.
Oh well.
So next up, social media questions. I've got a few.
Oh.
I've got a few.
I'm surprised you got any.
Yeah, I know. I put a little poll up. A poll? No, question. I put a little question question sticker on Instagram. I put that up. I think I've got like 4 questions. 4 questions, or 4 or 5.
4. A whole
Shocked.
4.
First one comes in. I'm not going to name who these people are.
Ooh,
Oh, actually, I'm going to name this person, Johnny Vick, who I do the F1 podcast
he
with.
seems cool.
He
I've seen that.
wants you to come down on a podcast one day.
Yeah? What, a 3-man podcast for F1?
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
if you actually watch a race, because normally I thought you
I
said you were
watched
going to
Baku
watch.
and it was awful. Like, I don't know why I ever bother.
It was a dead race. You should have watched Bahrain.
I think, no.
Bahrain
Didn't
was
watch
crazy.
Bahrain. Didn't watch China. I think I watched Bahrain, actually. No, I fell asleep halfway through Melbourne.
Yeah, I think everyone did. Johnny Vick says, I didn't know you went to Mexico. What were you there for?
Well, there you go. I think we've covered that.
I think we've answered that question.
Yeah. Race of Champions.
Another question coming in from a person you forgot exists. Why no? I quote: "Why no W in Mexico, man?" ? Exclamation mark.
Well,
That's what it says. Why no W in Mexico, man?
I mean, I tried my best. No, the format was very weird. I came second in the actual on-track driving out of 4, so I was in a good position. And then in the sim driving, I beat Brendan once and he beat me, so it was 1-1. At that point, I was still in second. Then I had to do it against James, and he beat me twice. He was the quickest on the sim, which I don't know if I agree with that whole format, because like they put way more weighting on the sim than the actual real driving, which considered the prizes to drive in the real Race of Champions kind of doesn't make sense, because I think James came last in that.
Yeah, but like you do qualify on the sim, so I thought it was the whole thing was the best gamers and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, you got the 4 best gamers, and you're like, oh, we're gonna put them into a race champion. Surely you want to see who's best on track first, which I did. But like,
they should have looked at the aero atom times. That would have shown them. Are you glad that wasn't? Although it was.
It came down to a tiebreaker, but I didn't show it, luckily. But
what was the split like? How slow were you? Because you weren't that slow.
I actually don't know. The thing is, I had loads of penalties from hitting the bollards.
Oh yeah, I remember.
The actual time I don't think was that bad, but it was the bollards.
You did. I remember. You had to the last bit. You had to go around all these what do you call them?
Pillars.
Yeah, pillars.
Inflatable pillars.
Yeah, and the last corner there was a really sharp turn. I remember the first time you did it, you just went too eager, and you weren't gonna make it, so you just had to stop and then reverse, and then go.
Yeah, to be fair,
but a lot of people
did that. But I was the worst, for sure. But I've just no experience with using a handbrake, so that's my excuse. But
don't use a handbrake in iRacing.
Yeah. Also, the pedals, I hated them. I could not sound at all. And also, I didn't realise at the time, but I don't know what. Nils definitely doesn't have them. Brendan, I don't think has them, but I know James has V3s at home.
Those pedals.
Yeah, but to be honest, I'm not even sure that made a difference in the end, because they were set up so weirdly. I'm sure James doesn't have them set up like that at home, but I don't know. I do wonder how it would have been if it was using CSL Elites or something. Probably not different, because but I'm just flying out excuses now. I'm explaining why.
Just waiting for any more excuses.
I mean, to be honest, the question was what are the excuses? So
the question was, why didn't you win?
Yeah, and I'm giving the reason.
There's no excuse in there. It just
well,
says,
how
why
else do
didn't
you
win?
explain why didn't you win? I'm giving the reason.
Were you quick enough? Do you think you were quick enough?
Yeah.
Do you think the whole system was rigged?
I was the quickest of anyone when it was at home on the online qualifiers.
Obviously. Good go, mate. Next question says, what was it like to chill with all those F1 drivers?
It was alright.
It was all right.
Yeah, it was alright.
Whoever's asked that question, it was all right.
I mean, what else is it like?
Because it's once in a people that watch F1 will never 99.9% of them will never ever get to meet any of them.
I mean, they will. They'll go up for an autograph or something.
Yeah, but I mean, 99% of people won't, or get to chill.
I mean, they're just people. I never get that. The only person I probably freak out about is if it was, I don't know, probably some actor or something.
Graham Carroll.
Get to chill with him, yeah. I don't know. Like, there's very few people. I think I'd be like, oh my god. Like there was someone I was thinking, oh yeah, I'd go insane if I saw them. Well, not
Who?
insane, but I'd be like, I can't remember.
Another question. Well, then this good question actually links on to the last topic I have, which is the Cancun holiday. So I'll set the scene, and you can take it over. Basically, so this is on the Sunday. We're just chilling, finished watching the Race of Champions. I think Benito Guerra. See,
Benito Guerra.
he won the Race of Champions, Mexican guy. So obviously the crowd were loving it, and we were in like the box with all the like drivers and stuff. I think like Esteban Gutierrez, Gasly.
Yeah, I think Schumacher.
Vettel, Schumacher, all those guys, and then I think we just went for a walk down to like the fan zone area. I don't know what it was. Like they had loads
something like that.
Yeah, just replaced with the public, and we were walking through there, and there was like a holiday. I can't remember the company. It was like Cancun something.
Cancun Cards.
Cards, that's it. Cancun Cards. I'm not sure why it's called that.
Yeah,
if they want to sponsor this podcast, feel free. But yeah, basically you went, or we went. We had a look at this thing, and basically you can win a holiday to Cancun by setting it up on a sim. It was on the VR headset, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't very good. It was on, what even was it on? Like Forza or Project Cars?
It was like Project Cars 1, I think.
Yeah, that was it.
But it's really blurry. Like the whole thing. Like even I had a go. It wasn't quick enough, obviously. Well, I finished behind Danny, so it's respectable.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like a VR headset. First time I've ever actually used one. I think there was no force feedback in the wheel. The pedals were like just no weight.
It's either on or off, basically, the brake.
Yeah, pretty much. And there was like, oh, you had to qualify. You had to qualify with it was like, what was it, top 4?
It was
top 6 in the end.
No, but it's really weird because it was an actual race and it was a randomised
you had to
grid.
overtake the AI.
You had to overtake the AI, but they're all terrible. But
yeah, we figured out you could just extend the track and overtake all of them on the other side. So.
It was really weird because it was like a randomised grid, so one guy could be last and then someone else could be mid of the pack.
Yeah, but yeah, so qualified for that, and then they said, oh, what track do you want to use for the final? And we all agreed on Bathurst, even though Niels and Danny don't know the track at all. They were like, oh, as long as one of us wins it. So Bathurst, and then I won Australia. That. Yeah, Bathurst in Australia, Mount Panorama. Yeah, won that. There wasn't much. It wasn't a very competitive thing. It was just random people.
We had to take off our lanyards.
Oh yeah, I don't know if we had to. We just
it's
just in case.
They found out that you're a pro esports driver, and you just.
Yeah. Oh no, one of them knew who I was. One of the guys.
Oh yeah.
And he asked for a picture.
Didn't he ask for a picture? Like... Yeah, he asked for a picture. Everywhere we go, I remember in where is it? Croft. Some kid came up to you and asked for your autograph.
That's Brands, I think. No,
it was definitely Croft.
That wasn't Croft.
It was.
Was it?
Yeah, definitely.
I thought he was joking. I was like, no, you don't want my autograph, mate. Yeah, maybe it was Coombe.
Yeah, they've definitely been watching Racer, that's why.
They'll be wanting yours then. See what goes,
we all know,
goes on.
We all know Racer is, got to be nominated for Best Documentary.
There you go.
I mean, for 18-year-old, I mean, first pro, like...
19.
Well, I'm 19 now, but... The Mexico... What was your favourite episode of Racer?
Probably the Mexico one. Mexico or Water Haze.
Correct answer.
Knows me too.
Your dad really likes the first one, and I watched like the very first one. I watched that and I'm like, oh god, that's terrible.
Really?
But I recently redid all the thumbnails, so it looks nice and pro.
Yeah, I saw that.
But yeah, so won a holiday to Cancun, but I don't really know the specifics. So what was it? What was the prize?
I have no idea. I haven't checked.
Just some holiday.
Yeah, I've given it to
oh yeah,
Andy Prickles, my BM racing boss for Formula Ford.
BM racing boss. He now has the holiday.
Yeah.
Do you reckon he'll take Grace? Or take
I
Steve?
actually don't know.
Him and Steve might go for
That'd be great.
Romantic weekend.
Yeah. But yeah.
So that was pretty cool. Anything else you want to add about that? It was quite last minute, wasn't it? We just walked through and
Yeah, it was. We were
Danny was
worried
like-
about missing the bus as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was
like,
quite
I was
late.
like, let's get. Is there any paperwork I need to sign? Because I need to do it right now. But luckily there wasn't.
that was quite a funny situation, and Niels did it as well, didn't he?
Yeah, but you didn't know the track.
Danny did it as well,
Yeah, they didn't know the track.
and there was another guy. What? How
There were
much?
2 other guys.
How much did you win it by? Like 20 seconds.
Like 10 seconds over 1 lap. But it was obviously not a very. Oh wait, no, it wasn't 1 lap. It was.
Was it a race? I didn't actually watch it.
Yeah, it was a race. It was like 3-4 laps.
I can't remember. I wasn't.
Maybe it was more. I
Oh
don't
no,
know.
okay, yeah, I wasn't watching the race.
But yeah, it was only driving on your own. There was
Yeah.
no other cars. But yeah.
Quite a lot of people were watching you though.
Were there?
Yeah, like
I had no
you know
idea.
the woman that was organising it, like the middle-aged woman, didn't speak any English.
Yeah.
She was like, like I don't know how to describe it. She was getting quite animated. I remember when you were driving, she was like jumping up and down because you were like the fastest guy. She was like waving her arms like this. I don't know why-
Really?
yeah, I don't know why.
I had no idea.
So yeah, you won that, and that's pretty much Mexico. And we got the flight home. There was a crying baby on the way back.
No, I didn't know.
There
Slept
definitely
through
was.
the whole thing.
Although you were quite sunburnt after that. The picture, like the winning picture of you,
Oh God.
you with the girls.
Yeah, that was so
I mean,
bad.
tomato. Literally, I didn't realize you get that badly sunburnt. Although Mexico City,
Easy.
because you're like 2,200 meters in the air.
Oh, he's been looking
Man,
at
I know the
facts.
stats. I was like, look, before we went, I was like, oh crap, I have to look at the government website and look at all the advice.
God.
Well, you didn't even have sun cream, so, and you're going to like one of the hottest countries.
I just go with
You
it.
just wing it and look like a tomato.
Yeah, but it was a good weekend.
Yeah, so
Week.
then we went back home, slept on the way back. You asked for some cream.
Yeah, to put on my face.
I don't know what it was. It was like
Something to. It was like for burn
like,
victims.
yeah.
I was putting it on for sunburn,
you're putting it on your face.
but it worked. So
Like we were in premium economy, slept
Yeah.
the whole way through.
yeah, I slept the whole thing.
So I missed all the food. Mum was like, "Oh, did you have any of the food?" No, slept through like the whole thing.
I mean, it's probably not much you're missing out on.
Anything else from Mexico? Am I missing out on something quite major?
No,
Um,
not that I can think of.
That's basically Mexico. There was another question, but it didn't really make sense.
Go for it.
If I can find the screenshot, I was surprised that we had this many questions. If I'm honest.
What,
Um,
4?
Yeah, I was expecting like 0. What do you like about car? I can't actually read the account name. It's just like a load of numbers. Might be a bot account. But what do you like about car? That's the
What,
last
not
question.
cars, just car.
Car. That's what it says.
Now, are they talking about Formula Ford or just cars in
car.
general? Well, they're fast.
Car go fast.
Car go fast.
They're probably not watching this, to be honest. If anyone's actually made it to this point, we're featuring the nose cone. We might add here. Probably can't see it that well on that camera, but on this one you can. This is the nose cone, which is your now birthday present, wasn't it?
Yeah, birthday present from BM Racing. It was
That's-
pretty awesome.
That now lives in your bedroom.
Yeah, I
doesn't
have it hung up on the wall.
So whilst you're racing, you've got this shrine back to your glory days.
Exactly.
Full of the sponsors as well. Look at all those sponsors. Although number 13, another question ages and ages ago, someone asked me and said, next time you see him, ask him, what is this number 13 about? It's an unlucky number.
Unlucky for some.
It's unlucky for everyone.
No, other than that,
Why
there's no
number
such
13?
thing as unlucky numbers. But
There is.
the one reason was my dad's police. Like he had I don't know what it is. Like when he was in the police, it's like cool or some. He had a number or something. I don't know if it was like his car number plate or something, but it was 103. So I shortened that to 13 because no one uses 3 numbers. And then also
They do, don't they? For like
Yeah, but it looks
The
shit.
Northern Championship.
Looks
Let's
awful.
add another. They paint another
Yeah,
number.
I hate that. It looks awful when they have 3 numbers. It should be 2 digits. But yeah, and also I just figured everyone else doesn't use 13. Means I always get 13.
I would have used 17 or 21.
Shit numbers.
17.
Bad number.
That's like the best number there is.
There's no reason.
There is.
Why?
Well, it's just a cool number.
No.
Well, my sister was born on the 17th, but I don't know why. I don't think that's why. No disrespect.
I mean, the second number I use is 22. Because that's the day I was born.
Jensen Button.
Is
That's
it?
his number, yeah.
Oh. And the third number is
That knowledge.
33.
My knowledge of numbers. It's fantastic. Yeah, that was basically it for the Cancun holiday. So last topic, or last 2 topics I have, not related to Mexico. We did a F1 podcast the other day, and I said Hulkenberg is nowhere near as good as Bottas. And you sent me a message saying something, disagreeing basically with me.
Yeah, well, Hulkenberg's clearly better.
He's won 0 races. He's had
Yeah,
0
because he's
podiums.
had terrible cars.
Although he had pole in Brazil a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that
And
was insane. In a crap car.
Yeah, and he crashed into Hamilton in his last ever race with McLaren.
Yeah,
What a
he
guy.
never had a good car.
He poled it.
Yeah, and where did his teammate
It
come
wasn't a
from?
bad car. That was a race-winning car.
It wasn't, just
It
because
was. Pastor Maldonado won that year in that car.
Yeah, but it was
Pastor
a Williams.
Maldonado.
Yeah, Maldonado was quick on his day. And he was a very good at that track. But he's never had a good car. He's only been beaten by a teammate over the whole season once. No, once, and it was his rookie year.
There was a year in...
No teammate's ever beaten him.
there was a... Well, Ricardo.
No.
He will do this year.
Not
You don't
even
rate
close.
Ricardo?
Just
Just because he's left Red Bull now, it doesn't mean you have to start a slate.
He got slapped about by Verstappen last year.
He did not get slapped
He
about.
ran away from it.
He did not get slapped about.
Oh, he did. He was
He
like 3
just-
tenths slow.
Did you see China last year?
No.
Ricardo is one of the best on the grid.
Yeah, but he's not as good as Verstappen.
Top 3, Hamilton, Vettel.
Don't say Ricardo. If you say Ricardo,
No, Hamilton.
it's Verstappen.
No,
Verstappen's better than Vettel. Though.
No.
Verstappen's like the only one close to Lewis.
Hamilton, Vettel, Ricardo.
Christ.
And then Bottas. And then Gasly. And then Verstappen.
You're deluded.
No,
Deluded.
Bottas he's a beast. Bottas 2.0.
Yeah, he's had 2 good races in his whole career.
That is harsh. It's like five race wins.
Okay, 5 good races.
Last topic, we're going go-karting. Well, once you actually make your mind up whether you're coming or not.
No, it's not that. It's just money.
I mean, it's not even that much. Pretty reasonable for outdoor track.
How much?
45 quid.
Yeah, I can't afford that much.
You're a Red Bull driver.
Yeah, I can't afford it. I'm putting all my money
There's a
towards...
Ferrari parked out the front.
I'm about to buy a PC, which is not cheap, so that's all my money.
Well
on.
overdue.
Very. And I've got to try and save up for a rig. 3 screens, better wheel and pedals. I like hope some of that I can get from Red Bull. But,
Yeah, but if you get rid of your pedals, you'll never win because
mate, I can't wait to get better.
tampered with. So.
They're not. They're not even that good. They're like the lowest pedals of the middle range. Same as my wheels. Like there's a mid range of Fanatec stuff, and they're the cheapest Fanatec stuff you can get.
A bad worksman blames his tools.
Well, you were complimenting them earlier.
I mean, they're nice. They're better than my ones, but I'm not a pro driver, obviously.
But everyone in like the World Championship has better than me, so I want to upgrade.
What happened the other day? Finished ninth.
Oh,
That's a bit of a touchy subject.
no, I just kind of screwed up qualifying and got caught up in crashes, and then recovered to 9th. There's not much to it. It was a pretty crap weekend.
That's the Porsche Championship, isn't it?
Yeah,
The
Porsche
VRS.
Esports Super Cup, huh?
Is that VRS?
No, that's
VSL?
the other one. That's the VRS GTE World Championship.
I don't know the difference.
That's the endurance one. The VRS
Right.
is the endurance one, where the race are like 3 hours, 6 hours. The Porsche is like 30 minutes and 15-minute races.
Anything else you want to add on Mexico?
Nope.
Any juicy topics we haven't covered?
Nope.
Well, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's at your house.
Yeah, but thanks for having me on.
No problem. Well, I mean, we're only using you for views, so I'll probably get about 10 views on this.
Yeah, you
let's
could choose
be
a lot
honest,
better people than me.
Let's
to get
not
views.
kid ourselves. Nobody has made it to this point. What? Not one person is
That's
watching
optimism.
right
That's
now.
optimism.
No one's watching right now. So yeah, yeah. Looking forward to the rest of the year. You're doing F1 esports.
Maybe if I get a new computer in time.
You're not done Baku.
I've tried. I might do a bit more. Let's see how it goes.
It was 10,000. Where are you in the standings?
I've not done it. I've given it like a 5-minute go.
Oh, a bit like me last year.
I'll probably do China. No,
Spain.
Barcelona. Yeah.
I did the China one. 10,000 people done it. 400th and 450.
But you need top 6.
I know. For
You
me,
didn't do enough laps.
I've driven like 5 minutes.
How long did you drive for?
A couple of hours.
Yeah, exactly. That's why. You need to do way more.
But I'm nowhere near as good as the top guys.
But you
I can't waste my time doing that.
waste your time.
Well,
You won't be wasting your time when you win the $500,000.
yeah, but I'm not going to, am I? Let's be real. You've got Brendan Lee.
You don't know.
Brendan's going to beat that whole thing.
No, he's not.
He is.
He's not.
Sorry, Freddie's going to win it.
Yeah.
Well, Brendan and Freddie have got a bit of a taste.
Freddie's a much better driver than Brendan. That's the annoying thing. It's not even controversial.
Is that common knowledge?
Yeah. For anyone with a brain. It's set up.
I'm not going to comment on that.
The whole competition.
Me and
is
Brendan
set
get on
up.
really well.
The whole
Brendan
competition
follows
is
me.
set-up-based. Yeah, he follows me as well. But Freddie is like the best driver out there, so
Better than you.
I'd say so. That can change, but
Anyway, this is completely off topic. Summarise Mexico in one word, and then we're done.
fun.
Fun.
What
We're
an
going to leave it on that.
exciting word.
It was fun. Thanks for watching.
Enjoyable.
If you've made it to
Cool.
this point, then comment fun. No one's made it to this point. We're about an hour in. Yeah. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. If you've made it to this point, thank God. Don't know how you've done it. Might do a podcast in the future. Never know. Whatever happens. Anything planned that we're going to do a podcast on?
No.
Going back to Mexico in the summer?
Yeah, why not? Nah, I'm going to Greece in the summer.
Greece? Why Greece?
Need a beach holiday. Not had one properly.
Oh, the lads.
Yeah. Not even planned it yet, but well, we've discussed it. We haven't booked anything planned.
Well, when's this this party happening then? I
What
heard
pie?
you're having a party here.
Am I?
Yeah,
Who said that?
me.
Alright.
Just
What,
now.
just now?
Yeah, just now. Anyway, thanks for watching, and let us know what you think. It's a Mexico video. If you haven't seen it, why are you even watching this podcast? But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for having me in your house.
Thanks for having me on the podcast.
Thank you. Adios. Gracias, Mexico.
Oh, God.